Hello again, Pietro here, and today we're talking about this thing right here, the LG Wing 5G device, and life's good. It's pretty good with the LG Wing so far. This is day 3 with this device. Let's jump right into it. Here we go. And here it is, the LG Wing. The battery finally died. It just barely, like a couple minutes ago, shut down. So let's hold down the power button and see what happens. LG Wing, powered by Android. So I do have a case on it to protect it. Let's take the case off so you can see it in its full glory. You know, this is the blue one, and made in Vietnam. In this light, it almost looks purple. Okay, it's booting up. It's probably going to say 1% if it boots up at all. That nice magenta background. Yeah, and it just powered down. So unlike the One Plus, where it has like that splash screen saying the battery is too low, let's see what else it'll do. No, it just powers up and then powers off again. So let's get the original charger. So the last phone that I tested, the OnePlus 8T, had a 65 watt charger. This one is a fast charger, 25 watt. Still really good. It says travel adapter, and it is USB-C to USB-C. So that's what? 2 phones in a row. The Razr was USB-A to USB-C. So I plugged it in my AC outlet. And let's see what LG does. Okay, no fancy warp charging logo. Time of charge, yeah, I got lucky, 8:15. Okay, that's kind of cool, a little pulsating. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Those are my sound effects, no one else's. Zoom, zoom. So we'll just let this charge and see how fast LG's 4.0 fast charging is. See you soon. All right, it's been many minutes, almost a full 45 minutes. Let's see how we're doing. 65%. So it went from completely dead up to 50% in less than 30 minutes. That's really good. That's up there with the OnePlus devices. So this new LG Fast Charge 4.0, the official name, is very fast. So let's boot this up. Then we can see the splash screen. LG Wing. You can see the box right there. LG Gate. Ooh. Oh, and it's Eco logo. Nice. Product certified for reduced environmental impact. View specific attributes. Silver. Oh, and there it is. Unlock screen to use all features on your phone. Fast charging, 44 minutes until full. We'll see about that. So now here's one cool thing. Depending on the background you choose, when you flip it open, notice how the screens line up. Nice, right? Very nice. Good job, LG. And it does make a nice little clicking sound. It's booting up, and there are my icons. So boot up about normal. Most phones, when they're completely dead and have been off for a while, do take a while to boot up. So now we'll turn on the volume. And now you hear a little click. You hear that? Let's do it again. And everyone's favorite, how loud is that pop-up camera? Let's see. Here goes nothing. Okay, be really quiet. Did you hear that? We'll put the camera right next to it and the microphone. So it's not terribly loud, but yeah, you're gonna hear it. So one thing about the selfie camera, it's 32 megapixels and it's narrower. It's not as wide as the OnePlus, was it 7 Pro McLaren that I had? Let's try the drop detection. Oh, So as soon as I switched apps, it closed. So here we go, ready? Oh, there we go. The front camera has closed to protect the lens. Good job, LG. So it barely had to drop out of my hands when it closed, so good job. And what they're also gonna do is if there's any pressure put on it, oh, there's a spring on there. Well, I don't wanna break it. But nice design. It's quick and it's 32 megapixels. Yeah, the front camera has a 80-degree field of view. So let's try this. So there's 16.9. Zoom supported for this mode. So it looks like it's just enabled by default. So if we do portrait, are there any options? Nope. So yeah, that's pretty wide. That gets a pretty good range of view. Good job, LG. And then on the back, we have the 3 rear cameras. This one's your 64 wide angle, and then another wide angle when you're in T mode or wing mode. Okay, let's let this charge and then I'll do a full review. Oh yeah, sorry, I almost forgot. It does have the fingerprint reader, and it's kind of cool. When it's off and you slide it up, it animates that fingerprint reader and then it just quickly unlocks. So now we'll go to battery. So let's see, phone idle, 1 day, 3 hours and 12 minutes. Total usage, 27 hours. Screen usage, just under 4. So now it says 41 minutes, 69%, adaptive battery, battery extended. So I did do the battery extended. So, and you can read right there, save battery, reducing the phone's performance and restricting what apps can do in the background, select a mode and choose. So I chose extended, but I was still able to do everything I needed to do, which I thought was pretty cool. And last night it was probably at 8%, and then it made it all the way to this morning. So it made it an extra 10 hours at like 7%. So the standby time is good as well. So good job, LG. Good job on the battery. It's 4,000 milliamp battery. Yeah, I'm gonna need more testing to see if that really supports the 2 screens here. All right, let's let this charge. And here's the breakdown. So we start at 8:15. It was at 99% at 9:45. So if you do some quick math, anyone? That's 1 hour and 30 minutes. So 90 minutes. And then just like a second, like 90 seconds later, it buzzed and it said, fully charged. And if we open this, so this is kind of cool. When you set it down, the fingerprint sensor unlock button, turn it off, and there's that logo. So it lets you know how you can quickly unlock your phone. And then we'll go to battery, and there we go. So yes, it does last all day if you really push it. Now, what I did during that day was quite a bit. So Hangouts, 40 minutes, and I did a video call, and that's going to drain any battery. And then I used the camera quite a bit. I used Messenger, photos, I was doing backup, I did some dual screen, played around with the gimbal, which does use the battery. So total apps, that was 36%. The phone was idle for 1 day, 3 hours and 12 minutes. That's also including the charge time. And then there's the usage, network standby, Bluetooth. But yeah, 4 hours of screen time, and it says 27 hours of total usage. So a little different breakdown. So that's why we have this, the digital well-being. So not much usage today. And if we click on that, we can go back to November 13th. 2 hours and 24 minutes of screen time, 228 notifications yesterday, and I opened it 43 times. So pretty good usage. And then it's telling me camera 23 minutes, YouTube 15, Chrome 14, and the list goes on. Disney Plus, how many times I opened it, and then if I change to screen time, so there's that 40 minutes of Hangout, which coincides with the battery info. So pretty great. I mean, I thought I used it pretty heavily over that 1 day period while I was testing it, and I was on a combination. For example, for that Hangouts call that I did for a meeting, that was 40 minutes on 5G. And if you don't know already, when you're on the LTE or 5G, that normally uses more power than Wi-Fi. So there you go. Battery life on the LG Wing. Yes, it does last all day. Yes, it has the 3 cameras on the back. And yeah, the ads that they said is it fits you to a T. And if you're right-handed, there's your T. Yeah, it fits you to a T. And they also claim that this is the first swivel 5G smartphone, because there have been other swivel smartphones out there. But my first impressions, 48 hours later, I really like it. And would I recommend the LG Wing? You know, I'm classifying this as a concept phone. It's not going to be for everyone. There's a lot of things that are so new about it, and they're still in development, similar to the Surface Duo by Microsoft that I tested back in September. But, I mean, it's not terribly thick. It's still somewhat portable. It is a tall phone, that's for sure. So we'll compare it. Here's your case that you'd use for the Apple iPhone 6. And if we put those down, you can see how much bigger phones have become over the last several years. Quite a bit, quite a bit. And then as far as thickness, yeah, this is a lot thicker than phones 6 years ago, but it has a gorgeous OLED screen. This main screen is 6.8 inches corner to corner. I was kind of surprised about the chin, the chin and the forehead when you have it on full screen, but you know what? It's not terribly distracting. And when you're watching content, it's great. Now this part's funny. So I can minimize the screens and you can do completely different actions on both. Okay, so I can open up YouTube on the top screen, and these are the apps I'm going to be adding more soon. And then I can search for one of my favorite YouTubers. So as soon as I type in there, the keyboard's down below. So I'm going to search for Cartoon Fortress. There he is. There's the videos, and we'll watch his latest one. Actually, I really like this one, The Last Dance. And there's your widescreen view, and then automatically the tools are down below. So we can change this to a full 1080. I don't know why YouTube wants me to watch in 144. Okay, so now we can zoom in. Now, here's the weird thing. The volume, the controls disappeared. There we go. So see how I did that? So that disappears, and there's the tool. They did the same thing with the LG V60. Good job, LG, of thinking of that. So I can minimize those tools. I can update my apps while I'm watching a great video by Cartoon Fortress. And then there's quite a few apps that you can have access to on this smaller 3.9 inch screen. And again, that's from Bus. And they're both OLED. So they both do 1080, which is really great. Now I can go quickly back to there, and then I can control the volume.
Alongside Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman.
So that's full volume right there. The one mistake that LG made with this device is that it has stereo and it tries to do a 3D sound, but the main speaker is right down here. I'll show you. So that's half. I can barely hear it. So pretty much, if there is a speaker behind the screen, I can barely hear it. So here's your other view. So we have 5 views. We have this view. Sorry, David, can I turn you down? And then we have the open T. Now, if you're left-handed, that's gonna be little. I can't do it with my left hand. They designed this for right-handed people. Sorry, left-handers. And then you have this view, or you have the opposite view. That's number 5. And then 6 you can do this view right here where you have something on the bottom and something on top. So you have your upside down T, you have kind of the L, whatever that shape is, and yeah. So 6 different ways to use the phone, 7 if you count closed and widescreen, which is really nice, by the way. And it looks like we have our first, but okay, kind of locked up there. And then it should auto rotate. So full screen view is really good. Just a little chin and forehead on the sides. So now we'll test the volume.
NBA for years and years. You can sense the absolute rivalry between.
So it's quite responsive for the 8 gigs of RAM that they have and the processor that they chose, which was a Snapdragon. I'll throw it on the screen. And if you're wondering, this is their Sky Blue something. I'll throw it on the screen as well. So there's my quick review of the LG Wing 5G phone. I like it. Initially, I'm going on day 3 now. I almost like the LG V60 ThinQ dual screen phone a little better. The battery life was better. That one had a 5,000 milliamp battery. But again, it was supporting 2 6.7 or 6.6 screens instead of just the 6.8 with the 3.9. Take it or leave it, right? The box is my wingman. And that's all I have for now. I need more time with the cameras. Now it does have that matte finish. Fingerprints aren't too bad on it. You know, I need to take off that sticker. But I did order this casemate for it. It's going to protect it from falls if it falls on its back. If it falls on its front, I'm screwed. And interestingly enough, the case did come with this glue to help keep it in. But I'm going to be taking it in and out, so I'm not going to glue it in the case quite yet. But you can see the little strips there. Here, I'll pop it out again. Yeah, there's the little adhesive strips that they put to help the LG phone stay in. Oh, that is sticky. But it works just fine the other way. But with the case in, you know, it does add just a tiny bit of girth, but I can still flip it open quite easily. Here, I'll show that again. And that's all I have about the LG Wing. There's a lot more to know, especially with gimbal mode and the different shooting modes. But so far, I gave him my thoughts. Tell me what you think below. Pithy comments, please. And are you going to be picking up the LG Wing? Is it going to fly into your pocket? Let me know. See you real soon. That's all for now. Goodbye.